Ladles and jelly spoons, welcome back to Badgerworks. Today, this is the Millennium Falcon from Star Wars, 1 to 241st scale from Revell, and this has been in my little stash for quite a while, and I just suddenly had the urge to build it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to build this. So let's have a look in the box. So this is a model set. I think it's the equivalent of the Airfix starter set. So it comes with glue. The Revell contactor glue is actually very good. I tend to use the Tamiya extra thin, but this stuff is very good. 3 aqua colours, grey, light grey and carmine red, and a brush with 2 different ends on it. I don't know if we'll use the paints. We probably won't use the brush, but we might. We'll see how it goes. Let's open the box and see what's inside. Right, so here are the instructions, stapled together, which is nice. They're quite big, the instructions, but they do appear to be in colour, which is nice. Quite a lot of blurb at the beginning going through all the different bits and pieces. But yeah, it all seems fairly straightforward. Yeah, nice instructions, I like those. There's a sheet of decals for the cockpit, the various turrets and things. And what's interesting is all the little red bits on the spacecraft, aircraft, I was going to call it aircraft then, they're actually decals provided for them. I was fully anticipating painting those on, but they do give you decals, so now I'm kind of 2 minds. I don't know what to do now. We'll have to think about that as we get nearer to it. Right, as for the kit itself, it's fairly tiny. There are really not many parts to this, but it's quite detailed. There is actually a lot of detail on there. It's a nice moulding as well. There doesn't appear to be any flashing on it or anything like that. Yeah. the radar dish that always gets knocked off. And it comes with a little stand as well, which is nice. So you can display it. So yeah, interesting. Okay, so that's that. And last but not least, we have the clear parts. Now, what's interesting, and you'll see immediately, is this. This is the engine, if you like, and I must say it's given me an idea. I'm really tempted now to put lights in this. I'm just wondering if there's enough space inside to fit a battery. Yeah, we'll have to have a little play with this before we start. But yes, we might actually put lights in this. Watch this space. Right, I think I might be able to do this. What I'm going to do first is just take some parts off the sprues, because I need to figure out exactly what will fit where. So let's do that first. Now, I've built a couple of these before, these Revell kits, and the way they have these locating pins, you've got like a hexagonal part there, and then you've got a pin on the other side. And one of the things I found, they're supposed to be to snap together, but I find that quite often they're quite difficult to get together. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to drill these out slightly and basically use them as locating pins and then glue it together. So, because I want to be able to put this together and take it apart to see what fits where. So let's do that. Now, I found in the past these, if you use a 3.5mm drill bit and just run it round on the inside, it just removes enough, just skims the surface, and it's just enough to make the pins fit a little better, so it's not quite so tight. Now this clear part goes here, so if you're going to put lights in it, they'll need to go through this piece here. So I've just found some bits out. So I've got a 5-volt USB charging circuit, and that actually fits perfectly in there like that. So I think that can go there. The battery, the smallest, this is the smallest battery I've got. It's a 3.7 volt 160 milliamp hour lithium polymer battery, and that will actually fit in there. So that's good. I need to put a switch somewhere, but I could probably put a switch in the other side. See, the other thing I thought of doing was putting the charging circuit here, sort of between the loading claws, so it's a bit more out of the way. It would mean cutting off this locating pin, but I don't think that's really a problem, because there's, I mean, there are 5 around it, so but yeah, I think this is going to work. We'll work on the assumption we're going to light it. Yeah, so let's get on with it. So for the lights, I'm going to use these SMDs, surface mount LEDs. They're white. They're 3.6 volt forward voltage, so they should be ideal. You buy them in these strips. They're meant for industrial processes. I mean, that's what these little holes are for on the side. It's designed to be fed into by a machine and soldered by a robot. You can solder them by hand, but it is tricky. But you know, let's solder them together and see what happens. Right, now I don't know if you can see that or not, but on that corner there's a little tiny cutout. That side is the negative. Let's give this a quick test. So negative. Oh, I can't really see that. That works. Now we can put the rest on. Right, so here's our little lighting circuit, all complete. It's a bit of a lash up, but it works, and that's the most important thing. So now we can look at fitting this in the model and putting it all together. And here is the finished article. This was an interesting little project. It was done pretty much on a whim. I was actually looking for another model and spotted this one in the stash and thought, why not, we'll give it a go. So yeah, a little bit of electronics, a little bit of painting, a little bit of weathering, and we have a small Millennium Falcon. It's not screen accurate, it was never intended to be. It's my interpretation of it, shall we say. Anyway, I hope this has been of interest to you. It was certainly a fun little project for me, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks very much for watching. Cheers. Bye.